search for a star winner is Nicola is the winner.
Congratulations!
Oh, I'm really proud of what Nicola's achieved so far, and I feel as if, because obviously I've been there right from the beginning, I've achieved something as well.
Oh, it was emotional. I really was. Proudest mum ever, and I still am, obviously.
And Nicola, you know, really doesn't have an arrogant bone in her body.
The Retail Trust was an absolutely amazing experience for me. It was completely different to anything that I'd ever done before.
Nicola is a very genuine young lady.
As far as I'm concerned, she has come on leaps and bounds tremendously.
It's a big adventure we're on. We take every day, we just take it as the next day. It's just this journey we're on. We're just on this journey that it doesn't look as if it's going to end. I know nothing about the music industry, and obviously Nicola didn't know too much about the music industry either. I mean, all she'd done was she sang at the school, a few wee sort of concert things at the school, mostly sort of Kelly Clarkson type songs. She sang at an open mic competition. One of her friends actually entered her into an open mic UK competition, and she sang at the Royal Concert Hall because she was actually going to give up singing. She was going to stop singing. But what she done was she was singing at the Royal Concert Hall this edition, and she got through to the regional final. She got down to the top 20 in Scotland, and I think that just gave her the wee appetite just to go on. And then there was a competition in the Aire show, the STV, the show on television, where they sent a camera crew, they set up a wee stage round about certain villages and towns round about Scotland, and they just get people just to come up and do a wee turn. And it was just out the back of Nicola's work. So she, during her lunch break, Nicola popped out the back, up on stage, and she sang that Time to Say Goodbye with Andrew Pacitti. So from there, again, they filmed it and they broadcast it on STV quite a few times. And she got a lot of good reviews from the guests that was on the show.
First time she got recognition was when she done a concert Aire Voices, and the song was The Day the Angel Came, and she absolutely blew us away. She was only a 14-year-old, and everybody went out talking about her that night. So the teacher at the school actually took her in and saying how well she'd done and stuff, and that actual song got recorded at 14-year-olds, and it still gets played in the local chapel to this day.
Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see your likes again? That fought and I'm going to be singing right before the big Scottish Grand National race. I'm really excited, quite nervous. It's quite nerve-wracking because it's the biggest crowd that I've ever sang in front of, but good nervous, really excited. I've been doing quite a few things locally, singing wise, and the owner of the racecourse had actually heard me perform. So he decided that he would invent something for me to do, he really wanted to help me in some way. So then he created this position of having someone singing before the big race.
A unique voice, and the voice that she's got a sort of vibrato in her voice, and it seems to stand out more so than other singers well, I've heard, you know. And to me it sounds a lot superior to some of the other ones. I may be biased. I know I'm biased, you know, but because I'm her papa.
I think since she heard them praising her and stuff on STV, it gave her the wee drive, you know, I think I could do this. For there, she saw a competition called Retail Trust Search for a Star. I thought, our boss said, you know, Nicola, I think you should really apply for that. So she says, oh, we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. And
the Retail Trust was an absolutely amazing experience for me. It was completely different to anything that I'd ever done before. For starts, I got to meet these incredible people like Anthony Costa from Blue and Liz McLaren from Atomic Kitten, and growing up, like I admired Atomic Kitten. And I got to meet Sir Philip Green, which is quite amazing. He actually came up and patted my dad on the back and said to him, oh, you must be a proud dad. So it was an amazing experience.
Obviously, ever since the good reviews she got on the Aire show, it got me thinking, you know, obviously it's my daughter, I mean, I'm chuffed to bits, I'm proud as anything, with her singing, and a lot of people even stopping on the street then, and saying, oh, we've seen you on the television. So, I mean, I was pleased about it. I mean, we didn't know what was going to happen. So she entered for this competition, but she got into the top 50, and then it was a text vote. You had to vote in by text to done. So I contacted the local radio, West FM, and they got her in, interviewed her, and done a wee appeal over the station just to get people to vote for her, give out the details of the vote and stuff. So from then on in, I started campaigning. I made posters up. I got her into the studio, recorded a few songs with her details in the back and the competition details, and I managed to organise some small concerts, small events, not like shopping centres, just to try and see if Nicola could set up a wee PA system and do a bit of singing, a bit of promotion. So we got into East Kilbride. We were in Braehead in the Kill Centre in there. That was a one-day tour, going round about these shopping centres, but they'd done really well. Obviously, she got into the top 4 with it once the voting lines closed, but it cost me quite a bit of money as well. See, with the voting.
yeah, there was one time she was watching a Catherine Jenkins video, and Catherine was talking about it takes to your 30 before your voice matures for certain songs, and one of the songs that obviously Nicola was listening to at the time was The Godfather, and Catherine had said at the time, no, nobody can really sing this song to at least 30-year-old. So Nicola, her determination was to go away and learn this song. She was going to master it, and well, she did. Nicola, she's always been a person, if somebody tells you she can't do it, she'll go away into a room and do it until she gets it right. She's got such a drive, enthusiasm, can't falter. I mean, she's not even had any Italian lessons, and she can go away and sing Italian. She just sits there with a wee notebook, writes everything down, just listens to the music, writes the music down, writes the words, and she goes away and learns it.
here over at the Caves in Edinburgh to do a video shoot for Nicola to make her first ever music video, which is quite exciting. Nicola has chosen to sing Who Wants to Live Forever, the Queen classic, because it's just one of her favourite songs. And she's also singing the love theme from The Godfather, Parle Più Piano. Steve Mackay had got in touch with me because he heard Nicola singing and he got really excited about working with her. He thinks he could make some great videos for her. And he's really enthusiastic.
Today I'm here filming a music video for a couple of my songs. Hopefully towards the middle of next year I should be recording an album, so that's quite exciting. There'll be quite a few original songs on there along with some covers as well.
She has got plans. February next year she's going down to do her first single down in England, and then in May she's doing her first album.
This is my first video shoot and it's been a great experience. It's really good to see how things work and everything that goes on round about it. It's been really interesting. We're at the Brigadoon tonight, the home of Burns, for the Ayrshire Hospice Burns Supper. And I'm performing tonight, so I'm going to start off with Ye Banks and Braes, which is a perfect setting for that since we're right next to the Brigadoon. And then I'll perform My Love Is Like a Red, Red Rose and A Fond Kiss. And then I'll finish the night by singing Auld Lang Syne and the Star of Robbie Burns, and hopefully everyone will join in so I'm not just up there singing myself.
Nicola's up here at the Brigadoon Hotel doing the sound check before the Burns Supper tonight. The last time Nicola sang in here it was internal system, and it's not quite the same. No, no. We'll just try the other tracks just to make sure. That sounds good. Take it, that's where she'll just be standing, I can imagine. That's perfect. That's good. I take it you'll just be standing a bit there, that height.
Last night I was up at the Hilton in Glasgow for the Spina Bifida Burns Supper, which was an absolutely fantastic night and thoroughly enjoyed performing as well. There's some really good feedback, quite a few people coming up afterwards and congratulating me and wishing me luck and all my success, and it was really nice. It was nice to hear some good comments. Including last night and tonight, I think I've done now over about at least 30 charity events, something like that, and hopefully I've got a lot more to come as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick off this evening by a real star turn, I tell you. Robert Burns said that Aire was famous for honest men and bonny lasses, and tonight we've got an extremely bonny lassie, but more importantly, she's full of talent. She's a gifted, modern classical singer. Her name is Nicola Cassells. Tonight, I have the greatest pleasure in introducing Nicola.
Red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love is like a melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas can dry.
It's a sweet and innocent girl next door, and her voice is just in her family connection. You can just tell she's from a really good family and a lot of family support behind her. And her voice is just amazing.
This is one of the only Burns events I've ever done. I did one last year and I did one last night, but tonight was particularly difficult because there was a whole load of new songs which they really wanted me to do and I really wanted to do for them as well, so it was quite hard trying to learn them all in such a short space of time that at nights when I was trying to sleep. I had all these Burns songs going through my head and all the different lyrics, and I had a nightmare that they all merged into one, and when I got up to sing it was just a total nightmare.
Well, she was a wee bit, Nicola was worried about singing these Burns songs because for some reason the 3 songs, she was getting mixed up with the lyrics between the 3 songs she was doing tonight because they all just seemed to blend into one another. But she managed it fine.
That was absolutely superb. It was a dream come true. Nicola being such a talented girl, and she does a lot of work for the hospice.
I just love her style of singing. What tonight brought home to me was she sang Scottish songs, and that's the first time I've actually heard Nicola singing Scottish songs. It's time that she had a break and moved on and moved up a little.
This venue is very special for me because it's the home of Robbie Burns. You couldn't possibly get a better place to have a Burns supper. The home of Robert Burns. It's also my home, which makes it special for me.
Well, she's a local girl and just making the most of the talent she has, and she seems to have her feet in the ground very well. And just for me, the exciting thing is she's got a wee niche that she could go and make the world her oyster, and I hope she does. That's what I'm there for, supporting her all the way.
Nicola was absolutely amazing. I can't say anything else, just the start of the show. I'm starting to get croaky.
In the next week I'll be heading down to Liverpool for firstly a photo shoot which will consist of being in the studio, and there's a couple of clothes shops and boutiques like locally in Liverpool that are going to provide some clothes, and there's a jewellery company providing with jewellery. And the following day I'll be recording my first single, which is called Somewhere in Time. It was a song written by Sandi Thom, so I'm very much looking forward to that and hearing her thoughts on my version of it as well.
Fantastic girl, beautiful voice, and she's a rising star.
I came up with the idea about making her look like this Nico character, and Sandi had come to me prior to this to say that we wanted to go with a different take on her and to make her slightly more edgy, and I found out that she loved this rock music and things like that, which I absolutely love as well. So I thought, right then, I kind of get where she wants to go with this.
You know, I think that Nicola stands out in my opinion because she does have that drive and ambition that I recognise, you know, that I have myself, and that's what I look for in people, you know. I mean, not only does she have a fantastic voice, but, you know, even just the last few days, it's like you can tell that she's picking up on things really quickly and takes direction and listens. And pulls it off, and you can learn very quickly. And there's an art to it all, you know. And you know, when you're under pressure and you're in front of people, and you're having pictures taken, and people are prodding at you, and you know, you've got to be really patient and really kind of clever and thoughtful about those things to be able to kind of pull it off. And she really does, you know. And I think that's something that you got to look for in an artist.
Sandi Thom was at the New Scottish Music Awards where she had been nominated for 2 awards through a new album and a recording studio, a record label that she's set up. It was through the reviews from the audience and people that was actually at the ceremony that Sandi decided to check this out further. And within a week, 2 weeks, she'd sent me an email expressing an interest in working with Nicola.
For there on, we actually gave Sandi one of Nicola's CDs, and they said they had played it in the car and they were absolutely blown away with classical stuff. So she contacted a week later to say that she was really keen to have Nicola on her books and to work with her.
When Sandi decided she wanted to get involved through a record label, she reckoned she could help push Nicola to the next level. Because I mean, there was only so far I could actually take her. So myself and Sandi had a meeting. We decided with both, she still wanted me to be co-manager, because obviously I've been involved with Nicola's career from the beginning. I know the background, know what's going on, and Sandi's got she's got the record label and the know-how, the experience in the business.
It started off yesterday, obviously doing all this different makeup yesterday. We did a couple of shots out in the back of the penthouse, which was really nice with like the lights and everything, because it was nice and sunny, blue skies and everything. So after that we headed down to the studio where we had some shots down there.
You know, it is a very extreme kind of look. And she's very young, and Nico, you know, comes from about, 30, 40 years ago, but I just thought it could work. Yeah, Nicola will embrace this eventually. It takes a bit of time to get used to such a strong image.
I don't think I've actually changed my hair since I was like 12, 13, like I had the same look. So, and I think in a lot of the events that I had been doing, I still went with the usual classical look. I tried to do it like slightly differently, like wearing like more modern clothes and things like that at some of my concerts and events, but still wasn't quite enough to take me away from that image, so this is good.
Yesterday was great. Yesterday was kind of a bit of a learning curve for both of us, because I was like in-house photographer for the last 2 days, and like Emily said, we all have a lot of different hats, and we have a lot of unique sets of skills, and I genuinely love taking people's pictures. I like being on both sides, and I think so yesterday we had a great day. In the morning we shot a lot of stuff up in this really wonderful building, and we had a 360-degree panoramic view of Liverpool, which is a great city, and very stunning. And I think that was kind of, from my experience with photo shoots, like the first couple of 20, 30 shots is always a bit nervous, and you're kind of, and then you start getting into the flow of things, and you really, you know what to do. And Nicola got into it really quickly, and it's a hard thing to do to be able to kind of figure out what looks good and stuff, and it's something that comes naturally or not, that we got back are like genuinely stunning, so I'm really chuffed. And there was a song that I wrote a while back. It's very kind of, it was actually written for a classical singer, so I wrote it a while ago, and I demoed it in kind of classical singing's a whole different kettle of fish, and I don't ever claim to be able to do it, so I kind of did my best, and I sent it through to Nicola because I thought it would be a really good opportunity for me to hear how she sings, in that kind of crossover vein, taking the classical singing and taking it out of the old school and putting in a more sort of modern, song. But really, I think that we had that song in mind before we kind of realised what we wanted to do, which was this, this taking the classical singing and putting it together with the old school rock.
I heard the track, Sandi actually sent it to us through email for Nicola to learn, and it's just Nicola written all over it. Very classical, it's amazing.
And to me, things are really starting to come to a head now. All the hard work that we've put in is starting to come to fruition, because we've got Sandi involved, her record label. As I say, the single will be getting recorded, which is going to lead on to an album, which is it's a dream. I mean, that's what you want to do. She just wants to be a recording star, and I would like to see her there.
I'm really excited as a singer to hear how a voice like Nicola's, translates those kinds of songs. So. Wow, that was awesome. That was amazing. Well done. That was great. Oh. I actually genuinely know. It's
What's the best about it?